No way! Look what we road cruised! Wow, like the craziest thing just happened. And you can see that incredible cherry red right now. Oh my god. All right, what's up guys? We are back. We're in an airport. You never guess which one. It's the airport we've been in more than any other this year. A lot of vlogs have started here or very near to here. We're at Kota Kinabalu. You can see Jeremy in the background. That's a Kota Kinabalu resident at Current that we link up with every now and again. And what are we doing here this time? That's a good question. We are sitting here waiting because our rental car, firstly, he was like, oh, I'm gonna be late guys, 30 minutes. All right, I expected that. And then he texted me saying that they've crashed the car and now they're not coming. So we're actually just standing here with no idea what we're doing next. The plan was to go up to the mountains and actually do some herping tonight, try and find something cool. What's the plan now?
Eat McDonald's until we get a...
Eat McDonald's until we get a... Okay, thanks bro. Yeah, we're gonna try and fix ourselves a new ride, I guess. If we don't end up herping tonight, then I guess I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Let's see how this situation develops. Update, we're mobile. Only an hour and a half late, but we have a car. And we're gonna make some moves up into the mountains. Screw it, we're gonna do it. We're gonna be up late, we're gonna be out late, but we're still gonna do it anyway. Anyway, the goal is simply to find like a life or at least something rare that I haven't seen before, haven't seen for a long time. I feel like that would be a good goal. You know, usually we come here, like obviously we're going to be targeting the big showstoppers, the Malcolms, etc. But let's see on a personal level between me and you if we can turn up something new for me, you know? That would be fantastic. I haven't found something like new snake-wise in the highlands for quite a few trips now. And this would be a great time to turn it around. And if we get a chance to go to the lowlands, you know, that would be good too. Anyway, it's hella loud here, but I hope you enjoy what's coming up because the next input you're going to get is us in the jungle or getting started. Let's go. All right, we have made it up to the highlands and it's pretty late. It's after 9 p.m. already. It's like almost 9:30, I think. So we haven't exactly got the longest herp ahead of us. That might make it challenging to turn up anything at all. We got a couple hours and we're going to give it our best shot, see if we can find anything. It's been raining really heavily up here, but now it's dry and not too cold, so let's see what shows up. Well, that's not good. We only just got out walking and I don't know if you can see, but it's starting to rain and some very loud thunder is rumbling, so this is probably going to cut our current walk a bit short, but depending on how bored we get or how fast it stops, it might bring something out. No negativity. Let's see what happens. Wow, like the craziest thing just happened. I just spotted a racophorid in a puddle on the road, walked up to it, and it's Racophoris baluensis, like the species of frog which has been my target in the highlands of Borneo for so long, and I'd never ever seen, I never even heard them. I'd never even like been close, and it was just sitting solo in this puddle. It's not like the most like incredible looking species out there, but it is really unique with the brown coloration. You see, obviously it has those black patches on the dorsum and a little white ring around its ass. It's a lot paler as a juvenile, but this one's pretty big as they come. And man, I cannot believe this. I'm so happy with this find because, you know, I've been looking for this for so long. I had like my biggest target snake, which is Rhabdophis muridensis, and my biggest target frog in the highlands of Borneo, which is this. And it just showed up. I couldn't believe my eyes. What a find. All right, the rain stopped just after we photographed that frog, so we're going to actually do a bit of herping now, and hopefully this time something will show up on this next pass.
Wait, hold on a minute. No, wait. Don't you...
All right, we got a snake, guys. We're unskunked. Was worried about us getting skunked for a minute because we were on our way back to the car, but I spotted this male sabahai climbing about in the bushes after the rain has stopped, and I'm not going to bother getting him out. I think having a look in here is valid enough. Let's do a little zoom in there. Yeah, you can see this one's the eye is a lot more orange than it looks in this video for some reason, but you can see very nice in situ there of this green bean. Surprisingly difficult to turn up any reptile. It's actually the first reptile of our 2 hours we've been walking here, which just gone about 2 hours now, which is saying something, but not getting skunked is fine. What didn't have high expectations for tonight, and this night definitely surpassed them with a lifer. All right, on that note, it's probably time to wrap up this short gallivant in the highlands. If we cruise something on the way back, you'll see it. If not, I'll catch you tomorrow because I'm dead tired. No way! Look what we road cruised! Not even a couple minutes after getting in the car. Put him on the road, put him on the road.
All right, here we go.
Freaking, let's get you on some dark tarmac, brother. Yeah, that's fine. Leave it, please.
Okay.
Jeremy, leave it. Look at that. An absolutely beautiful speckled male Garfius. Damn, let's go, man. We actually got a really good snake tonight. First freaking night here. And it was 100% worth coming up because the first time seeing Garfius at a new spot. I've only ever seen it at Mount Kinabalu and adjacent areas before. First time for me seeing it at a different mountain. So I'm really, really happy about that. I knew they were up here, and this one is actually unreal. Like, Garfius has got to be one of the most underrated snakes in terms of polymorphism. There's so many different kind of pattern and color combinations. And this one, like, starting really pale gray on the anterior with a few faint brown bands to becoming really strongly banded gray, brown, and pale sort of cream color. Damn, I can hear a car coming down the road any second now, so we got to move this guy into a safe place. All right, truck's gone, so we moved him back into the road, and man, this is just a stunning individual. I feel like my camera photos I took didn't do it justice, but just look at the like intricate details on the head, that cool shovel snake shaped head, and of course that like mottling pattern on the body, man. It's like a jewel. This is a gem. That's a gem. Identifying gems. Yep, it's a gem. Let's go. Hey, we got another snake, and it's actually the first Schmitz record I've ever seen for this area, which is pretty funny actually, seeing Schmitz in a new area. I actually thought it might be a Kinabalu mountain endemic, but no, I saw something shining on the road on the way down, almost drove on past it, then I had a change of mind, reversed way up back the road, and here it is, our second snake on the road on the way back. So right when we thought this night was ending, nope, it's come to life, and we're on species number 3 snake-wise now. And even though Schmitz is by far the most common snake we see usually at Mount Kinabalu, this one has some of the craziest iridescence I've ever seen. Look at that. I swear, wait, no, bro, tell me this isn't like iridescent on a whole nother level, Jeremy. I swear this is
on a whole nother level.
Yeah, I swear this is like the most insanely iridescent Schmitz. This is like more iridescent than a freaking sunbeam snake. I don't understand how that's possible. Maybe they're just built like that here. Either way, cool. Oh, good morning, guys. Damn, last night was quite something, wasn't it? I like said at the beginning of the night that I wanted to get a lifer. Okay, maybe I was technically talking about a lifer snake or maybe a rare skink, but actually that frog is up there for goddamn sure. You know, I've been looking for that for so long, and it finally showed up. And not just that, we also got one of the best snakes on the mountain. I didn't run any kind of outro to last night just because I was so tired. I just got back here and went to sleep, but weather's good today, man. Weather's good. And I was supposed to be picking up Jake from the airport today, but he's delayed by a few hours. So I'm going to get out in the daytime and head to some spots near KK and see if we can turn up any daytime snakes. Let's go. All right, I dropped Jeremy off after our actually like literally truncated morning or daytime venture, where we got about approximately 10 minutes of herping in before it just started pouring with rain. And Jake's due at the airport in, say, about 20 to 30 minutes. So I'm going to drive over there now, pick him up. We'll get checked into a hotel because it's a bit too late to leave town. So we're going to stay in KK tonight. And then we're going to get back into the field. Very excited, as I always am before going out herping. Something's never changed, truly. And every single night, I'm always excited. Hello, open. There we go. All right. And it is sunset, so we're gonna get out. We've got a little bit of a drive to get up to the highlands, which is we're gonna be hitting the same spot as we did last night. And there's some very, very stormy weather again. So expecting to get wet and hopefully gonna see some good stuff. Let's go. And here we are, I'm out. Time to start searching. Weather is rainy, so we're not gonna expect much tonight, but conditions are great for another showstopper. I'm hoping a lot for Malcolm's. Obviously my main goal would be something rare and interesting. Not that Malcolmite isn't, but I've seen them a lot. Something rare and interesting for me. Let's see what we can turn up. There's so far just some froggos around. You guys can see a Leptobrachium monticola down there in the leaf litter in the sort of crouched squatting dog position. Classic. Took us a long time to get a reptile, but we got a Montane Bronchosella here. It's CF cristatella, this one. Nice white banding on this individual as well. And kind of like a pink striping on the face. Quite a nice individual. Very high elevation up here. But I've seen them at high elevation before. Very nice. This is cool. Tonight I found a second breeding pond for Rhacophorus baluensis. So obviously at this spot, they seem to be relatively common, at least when the weather's like this. There's two right next to each other here. I wonder if they were in amplexus or are about to be. And there's also another one. Where is it? Oh no, I've lost it now. It was somewhere above my head. Can't see it at this point. Oh, there. There we go. You can see up there. And another two here. So they're here in even higher numbers tonight than yesterday. Took even longer than last night somehow, but we finally got our first snake, and it is, of course, the obligatory Trimeresurus sabahi. This one's ambushing on the edge of this drainage ditch on another road we're checking out in the highlands, half concealed behind the leaf. Very big male, actually, this one. Really, really big male, and quite skinny as well. Obviously in need of a meal, so I'm not going to handle this one. Just going to take a couple foam pictures in situ there and see if we can turn up any more snakes tonight. It's pretty late already, so it's not looking great, but I always back us to turn up something else. Well, sadly, it looks like this night isn't going to turn around for us. We're counting on another miracle like last night, as in stuff showing up on the way back, because walking hasn't turned anything up. So that's kind of a shame. Let's see how it goes. We got a little bit further before we get back to the car, and then we've got a little drive back. I wonder if this extremely bright moon has anything to do with it. Very, very challenging full moon conditions. Look at that. Oh my God. Got another sabahi here. Way, way, way up in the mountains. Super high in elevation. Just a little juvenile. Maybe I'll get this one out. Wait a second. Wait a second. That's not sabahi. It's a tiny, teeny baby Malcolm's. I knew we couldn't go 2 days in these conditions without finding one. And it's so funny. The only reason we came back up here is because I lost my snake hook earlier. And we searched from it from the car window. And I was like, no, I'm not leaving here without my snake hook. So we came up and yeah, there you go. We got a freaking Malcolm's pit viper. The quality is ass right now. Oh my God. These guys are so defensive. Can't believe it because of the red and white stripe. I really did think this was sabahi. So funny. I could have easily left it there if I wasn't like a little bit skeptical. Couldn't see its upper body, couldn't see those bands. Crazy. Man, I can't believe this. I swear that first clip was not a setup. I really did think this was sabahi. I completely forgot that Malcolm's juveniles have the red and white stripe. And of course, if you guys remember the in situ, it was just a couple of moments ago in the video. We couldn't see the upper body because it was ambushing into the ferns. We could only see this part, which is barely patterned, like the mid body. And as soon as it turned around, when I was fishing it out, I was like, damn. So we did get Malcolm's after all, which I'm very happy about because, yeah, I was really hoping to turn one up at this spot. You know, I've seen a lot at KNP recently. And even though this breaks my streak of big females and breaks my long-standing streak of adults, it's been like more than 2 years since I last saw a juvenile. And this is definitely the tiniest one I've ever seen. But still, even at this size, it still has some blacks. And you see him puffing up the neck there, or her. They are mimicking the big adults that do the throat puffing thing. Look at it. Yeah, you can see it puffing up the neck. Anyway, this turned out to not be a complete bust tonight. I know, it's a green bean. Does this even really count as a Malcolm's? But species-wise, it is. And juvenile, I haven't seen in ages. Something a bit different, something a bit fresh. I'm going to let this guy go back into his ferns. All right, say goodbye to Borneo's most cold-tolerant pit viper, everyone. I'm letting him go exactly where I've found him. Stumbling over my words, it's so late. All right, this will probably be the last find of the night. We got a juvenile Rhacophorus baluensis, balu flying frog here, and it's really, really nice, like reddish orange. So freaking cool. If it wasn't so late, I'd love to get my camera out of it for this. In fact, I might already. It might be worthwhile, actually. I don't actually spend that much time at gas stations. I'm just very, very busy when we're not here, and it's a good opportunity to catch up with the vlog. But that was the first 2 days of the trip. Hello.
Sorry, can you have
Just touched down in Kinabalu Park, guys, and As you can see, the weather here is absolutely fantastic. Yet another trip with endless sunshine, happiness, and not a drop of rain to be seen. So yeah, there's more of this 2025 in a nutshell. All right, surprisingly, the rain didn't last the whole day, and it's kind of clearing up at night. That could be good or bad. Drier nights are often better for finding snakes. But the bad part is that there is an almost full moon that is going to be going right above us in the near future. Not that there isn't any rain around. You can see obviously it's pouring with rain down in the valley there. But up in this direction it's clear, and we have a good look at the mountain too. There's the last light on the mountain. We just got to the park now, and we're going to get started as soon as it gets dark. Just waiting for Maron to show up, and hopefully some snakes will show up too. Just arrived inside the park, and there's already some interesting things hanging about. Here's the little Califrinus just crawling around, looking chill on the moss here. Literally just seconds after getting out the car, there's frogs everywhere. It's feeling like the kind of night where there's going to be a lot around, definitely a lot of amphibians. Hoping we can pick up a few snakes despite the moon. Here's another one of the most common reptiles we see inside the park here. It's a Certodactylus baloensis. This is like a gravid female that's nice, like eye height up. Oh, you see it lick its eye. That's so cute. Nice. Walking the road has been pretty slow so far. We haven't seen a single reptile since the last Certodactylus that I showed in the video, which isn't fantastic. But that is just the way it is here a lot of the time. And if you've learned anything from my video so far, it's that you should never give up. Definitely not in the highlands. You got to just roll with the punches and understand that it might not be until 4-5 hours after you've been searching that something shows up. So I'm chilling. I'm always chilling. Just herping around, trying my best, and when something shows up, it'll show up, and you'll see, I guess. Here's something I haven't shown in a while. It's a... Oh, why are you jumping away from me now? Oh. You were so chill. Oh my... Come on, man. You were so chill the whole time. Okay. There you go. It's a freaking guardian frog carrying tadpoles. I think we filmed this once before here. Limnonectes palavanensis. And it had a lot more tadpoles on its back. But this one certainly has like a few. Check it out with the zoomed in version. Let's see if I can get around the front of him again. Go really close. You should at some point be able to see all their little eyes. I don't want to touch it because I don't want to accidentally like dislodge any of his poles. There you go. Not the greatest quality footage, I must admit. But it's something. Things are slow, so here's another frog observation. This Ansonia hinichi is like stretching its legs on the plant here. Has quite like nice vibrant coloration as well. Little update, we're still skunking so bad that I took my guests to see frogs, to tick off frog species down at this little area which always has a ton of different species in one place. Not good. We're going to go back to the road and look for more snakes in a minute. Just needed a break from that. Right, here's our solitary, decent reptile find from our walk so far. The beautiful gecko raccophorus, the Kinabalu gliding gecko. And I haven't shown one of these on the channel for ages because we don't see them often. And we didn't see one on the last trip. Maybe the last 2 trips even. Or at least I didn't see them personally. But this one was just chilling on some wooden structures. And you can see as we're filming it, the color is changing. It's becoming lighter, and it's really cool how it's got that lichen spot. That's not like a growth on it or a scar or anything. That's its natural that's its natural coloration that forms those lichen spots. I've never in my life of coming here ever seen one that wasn't on a man-made structure, which just shows you how incredible their camouflage must be in the jungle. They must be borderline impossible to see, and they probably sit very high in trees as well, but the structures mean they can't go that high because roofs are only built so high. And they've got this little funny little tail. I used to think when I first saw them that the tail was regrown because of how small it is, but no, this is the natural way. And I can actually see a mite on its tail, that little red thing there. But yeah, as we've been filming it, it's lightened up in coloration and it's looking great. But we're gonna let this guy move on. Really, really cool gecko. One of the coolest geckos in the region, actually. And there it is, our first snake of the night. We just went for a little walk at a lower elevation spot, about 1,000 or so meters above sea level. And a prass has appeared after midnight. Jesus. Right after the prass, got a Megophrys nasuta here. Decent sized one, very, very stout, very stocky. Nice kind of very defined horns there. Very nice leaf-like coloration, which is chilling on the edge of the road. Look at him. There you go, there's the classic grumpy frog pose. It's fascinating, this tree here is just completely cloaked the whole way around the edge with spiders' webs. Have you ever seen anything like this? I don't think I have. Like, it's ridiculous. It's like an impenetrable fortress of spiders' webs. We got some Amplexus limnonectids here. They're absolutely huge, quite comedic looking. Don't always see these guys in Amplexus.
I gotta be honest with you guys. Last night was not good. That was one of the worst nights I've had at Kinabalu for a while. Don't get me wrong, I've had nights where we've seen like one species before and it's been like one reed snake. Like, it's not out of the ordinary, or it's not unheard of to just be basically completely skunked. No snakes in hand. But today, it's not raining yet, and I'm gonna try and get out a lot of the day by myself, granted it stays dry. Thanks for watching the video, of course, guys. I hope you're enjoying. There's still a lot more to come in this one, so let's go.
All right, night number 2 at Mount Kinabalu. We just got up. We just got out around like sunset-ish, and yeah, it just rained all day. I really wanted to get out herping in the daytime. It's been so long since I was able to do that here, but no. Just rain all day long, and it's continuing into nightfall. It's a little bit lighter than it was a minute ago. There's a limnonectid there on the floor. Like literally swimming around on the trail. Anyway, yeah, the rain has lightened up a little bit, but it's still raining enough, as you can see. And I'm optimistic this will help us turn up something really good tonight. So without further ado, we're going to start off searching in the lower areas. And as it gets later, we're going to creep higher up the mountain. And yeah, let's go. Come on. Almost immediately after we started walking, we got a Kobayashi's horn frog, which is trying to run away from me. Look at him. Just a standard brown morph, this one, but with some very, very nice tubercles on the side. And of course, those big golden eyes, which everybody loves. Very defined horns over them. We'll go back and look at the front. We saw obviously Nasuta last night in the truncated evening. And tonight we started off with its kind of derpy looking cousin. Ah, there we are. First snake of the night, very rapidly. Calamaria schmidti, this iridescent little miniature sunbeam snake, as we call them. That's what we call them when we're trying to big them up a little bit. But this one's actually being cooperative and sitting still for a moment, so enjoy it while it lasts. You never know. This could be the last snake of the night, but I sure as hell hope not. Here's another schmidti. Let me just move this guy off the road. Looks like he ate a worm recently, so can't handle him for long. Off you go, buddy. Tuck in to the leaves. Have a good night. Here's another reptile. We've got a Paltragonia cephalum, which haven't been showing up too much recently. I think it's due to all the rain. This bright green young girl, I believe, was just sleeping on the side of the road at high elevation, and I'm very happy to see her. Really like this montana garment. It's cool. All right, come on. Conditions are great tonight. The full moon is hiding behind a thick layer of cloud. It rains so heavy at nightfall, and there is schmidtis moving. There's other reptiles around. Why not, man? Why not? Come on. All right, I wasn't able to film anything because I filmed a live for my Instagram when I found this, but the guys just pulled up and we've got the in situ we were hoping for here. Absolutely fantastic. Been watching it for about 5 minutes now and it hasn't moved at all. Just sitting there in ambush, waiting for some kind of rodent or flying squirrel to come along. It's a really big female as well. Do some more filming in a moment. Okay, we've kept it in situ for quite a lot longer. Surprisingly, it's been very, very tolerant of us. It only once started moving a tiny bit, but when we all came in at once and used our lights. But since then, it's just been perfectly happy to sit in ambush here. And let's track its body through this vegetation up round here. And you can see that incredible cherry red and black speckled or edged tail, not scale. That is just fantastic. You know, I see these so much up here these days, and not a single one has been in ambush. They've all been actively moving around, which I think they do to actively hunt sleeping birds try and find drier places after rain to rest, and also just to raid like rat burrows. But this is just the second adult I've ever seen ambushing. The first adult I ever saw was ambushing against a large tree, and this one's ambushing what we describe as like kind of terrestrially. I guess being up on the bank here, it's kind of off the ground, but you know, it's on the floor, most of its body, ambushing down into this little platform here, which just looks so perfect for rats to run along. So it's really cool that even though we've seen a lot of Malcolmi on the channel recently, this time we get to see one doing something different, a different ecological observation. And it's just awesome. Like up here at 2,000 meters, almost like 1,800 and something above sea level, really cold tonight, perfect conditions for them, very, very wet. And it's just ambushing in the kind of montane, scrubby shit. Very cool. All right, as you can see, we just got back to the accommodation. We wrapped up pretty much as soon as we got the Malcolms. Wasn't too much more to do in there. And just back at the accom, we found this beautiful Chaparina fusca, the saffron-bellied frog. And these are kind of common in the resort grounds, but I thought I'd show this one because it's a really unique looking individual. It's very, very large, so it may just be a product of its age, but it's like incredibly gray, like metallic gray in coloration with pink legs. And the saffron belly is actually white in this one's case. Either way, I really like this particular microhylid. I think it's very cool. Looks a lot like a lungless frog. And yeah, it's very nice that up here in the highlands, they just live around. Hello. Anyway, this is going to be the last thing tonight for sure. And I'm being a little bit quiet because I reckon there's people sleeping nearby. But check it out. Good things.